transition into now is twofold. What we want to do is we want to both give you good content, but then we want to dig deeper, and we need your help to dissect that content. And that's going to happen through structured reflections that happen after each one of the demonstrations that you see. And this is the part of the program where we need you to step up and do some work with us. We have a set of reflection questions, and I want to show you those questions before we get into the demonstrations, so they can guide the way that you see and you interpret those demonstrations, and so that we can help facilitate rich conversation following each demonstration. And so these are the reflection questions that we want you to be thinking about as you see these demonstrations. And so I'm on the wrong slide. So the first one says, what from the demonstration did you most enjoy or connect with? The next one is, how might you modify the activity to fit your particular audience and place or research areas? What science extensions might be possible? How might cultural relevance, traditional knowledge, or place-based teaching be amplified? How might this demonstration connect with theory, existing literature, or lend itself to new potential research questions? And so we have a number of folks here that are going to help facilitate the demonstrations. And for those of you that I've reached out to help with facilitation, please come see me during lunch, and I can give you a little further instruction. The other thing that I'd like to talk about before we get into the first demonstration regarding the reflections are setting some norms that allow for equitable sharing, that allow people to feel safe taking risks, because really our ability to feel comfortable and take risks, that's really what good conversation hinges on. And so I'm hoping to talk to you right now to elicit some of those group norms that for us as small groups might help everybody feel comfortable sharing, give everybody equitable voice, and allow people to take risks. So do we have some ideas of norms within a group that make conversation better? Yes?
Don't interrupt.
Sure. Yes, so even if you're really excited, don't interrupt. Yes, John?
They use a framing of yes and.
Yeah.
So like acknowledge what people said and contribute.
Yes. Very good. Yes and statements. Great. Waiting. Yeah, wait time is really important. And we're really uncomfortable with waiting as people. But it's really important to wait. Yes?
Be vulnerable?
Yeah, take risks, be vulnerable. Everybody here, we're all learners and we're all leaders. We all have things to learn, and we all come from places where we have things to share and things that other people can learn from. So please be vulnerable, take risks. Yeah, just
allow for other people to talk, so things you can say, just be mindful of time and help people all the time.
Yeah, so I think that really what that gets at is kind of being self-aware. And if you are a person that feels very comfortable speaking, recognize that and make space for other people that might not feel comfortable speaking. Yes, thank you. Yes?
Actively listen.
Yeah, and what does actively listening look like? Sometimes. Yeah, right. Yeah, so if you can stay off your technology, if you're taking notes, that's a different thing. But I think that a lot of times what makes people feel comfortable sharing, or what looks like active listening, can be leaning in and eye contact and like head nodding kind of stuff. And so, yeah, do what we can to make other people feel like they're listened to and what they have to say is valuable. I think that's a pretty good list. And so again, I would encourage you to take risks, be vulnerable, and encourage other people to share as well. Great. And I think with that, we'll transition into our first demonstration. And if you don't know, this is Whitney. Everybody say hi, Whitney.
Good morning. Thank you for that greeting. Thanks, Moses. So yeah, my name's Whitney. I'm from Life Lab. We're a nonprofit based in Santa Cruz, California. Some of you may be familiar with Life Lab. We have the Growing Classroom Activity Guide, and we do workshops at our place in California, but also all across the country, all focused on garden-based learning. So today I want to demonstrate a lesson for you from the Growing Classroom. It's called Seedulator. It's about seed dispersal, but before I start, I just want to highlight that part of what I kind of want to unpack in this lesson and look at is something that we're passionate about at Life Lab, which is using the garden as a living laboratory and really putting the students at the center of that science experience by having them be the scientists in the lesson. So the way we'll do this is I'm going to demonstrate the lesson for you. It's designed for about a second grade level, so you'll just be a second grade class, a well-behaved second grade class at the time. But you'll be my second graders. I'll teach it to you just like I'm working with my second graders in our garden classroom in Santa Cruz. And then afterwards, we'll get a chance to debrief, and Moses will facilitate that, and we'll get to take off the second grade hat and talk as educators about how this might work and reflect on the lesson for different populations and different areas, etc. All right, are we ready to dive into this? Okay. Hey, I don't usually teach with a microphone, so I'm a little torn on that part. Yeah, I'll start with it, and then we'll see. Okay, so today we're going to be thinking together about travel. And people have different experiences with travel. Some people are born and they stay in the same area they were born their whole lives, and they grow old in that place. Other people are born and they travel far away to other towns, other states, sometimes other countries, and they grow up really far from the place that they were born. I want you to think for yourself, or how close are you to the place where you were born? All right, you can open your eyes if you closed them. Now, we're going to think about all the different ways people travel. So, I want you to turn to someone sitting next to you. And if you're sitting next to someone you know really well, turn the other way. Okay, so you're going to get to know someone new. And together, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to make a list as long as you can think of all the ways that humans travel. When somebody wants to go from one place to another, what are all the different ways they might get there? You have 30 seconds. Ready, steady, go.
Riding a horse, flying on a boat, swimming, car, plane.
10 more seconds. All right, if you can hear my voice, clap 5 times. You can hear my voice, clap twice. Nicely done. All right, if you can think of a way that people travel that you're ready to share out, put a hand on your head. Okay, I'm going to pass this to someone. You can say the way that you thought of, and then you're going to pass it on to someone else. Ready? Erica.
Flying.
Flying. If you thought it that way, raise your hand. Did anybody else talk about flying? Awesome. All right, hand on your head. Have you got another one? Erica, you pass it on to whoever has a hand on their head. It's okay if you don't know their name.
Yeah, I don't know what you said.
Okay, right here.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna upload what you said, daydreaming.
Daydreaming. What? Raise your hand if you thought of daydreaming. We know who the creative people are in the room. Amazing. All right, hand on your head if you got another one. All right, you want to pass it? You can pass it to anyone with their hand on their head.
Has to.
I have bike.
Ooh, riding a bike. Anybody else think of that? Awesome. All right, you can pass it to anyone with their hand on their head. Let's get it over to this side.
Hang gliding.
Anybody else think of hang gliding? Wow, humans can travel in such amazing ways. All right, let's do one last one. John, you can pass it.
Unicycle.
Anybody else think of that one? Humans have so many different ways that we can travel. Now today we're going to be talking about plants, and specifically the part of the plant that has a little baby plant inside of it, the seed. And seeds can also travel, but they don't travel in the same way as us. We don't really know if they daydream. I'm pretty sure they don't ride unicycles or bicycles. So we're going to look at seeds and try to figure out how they travel. Okay, so the way this is going to work is I'm going to call up one person from each table. You're going to pick up a container of seeds and also an envelope that has pictures of seeds inside of it. You're going to bring that back to your table, And your task, working with everybody at your table group, is you're gonna try to look at the seeds and look at the specific structures of the seeds. That means their shape. And try to figure out, based on what it looks like, how it might travel. So I might look at this one and say, it's kind of shaped like a boat. Maybe it floats on a river. And someone else might say, yeah, I think the way it's got a point here, maybe it claws its way around. So look at the seed, look at the structures, and make your best guess to explain how you think it might travel. You have some big blue paper on your tables, and what you can do with that paper is you can sort the seeds into categories. So if I said, okay, I think this one floats on water, ooh, that's what I think about this one too. You can put them together, circle them, and then with one of the pens or pencils at your table, and then write, floats on water. And you're gonna see how many different categories you find for the different ways that you think these seeds travel. Remember, you'll have real seeds and also pictures of seeds to sort. Raise your hand if you have any questions about what to do. Okay, at each table I put 2 pieces of paper just so that people could all reach, but there's just one collection of seeds, so you might kind of split them at the 2 ends just to make sure that everybody gets a couple seeds to add to the collection. Okay, the way I'd like to do this is let's have just the person sitting in the center row, or like as close to the center as possible from each table, come on up and get your seeds, and then you can bring them back to your group, and as soon as you have your seeds, you can start sorting. Go! And then you also get
Very interesting.
We also use the photos. So we use these when we don't have availability of seeds. Obviously the seeds are way better.
You can say that. It's transported by So should we write them down?
Also maybe transported by the fur of an animal.
So are we doing classifications?
Yes. So why don't we say those that fly?
You have to label, so you're going to make groupings based on modes of transportation.
Develop a very
So yeah, we're going to let you decide how you want, like, exactly come up with your
Get the map.
Yeah. So there's one.
So my go-to thing. Okay, so this one is
It can
fly.
be by flying or transported by animals.
Animals fly and animals. So that one flies too. That one probably just flies. This is what we're testing. We're stupid. Our kids now, so we invite all You want them in both the issues?
Because it's a method of transportation, so it doesn't matter how the animal.
Oh, yeah.
He does it.
oh, cool, you have a Venn diagram going. A little intersection, right?
Look at what it's doing.
Oh, definitely has to be.
Wait, what if it's on something else? Is that a seed that explodes? We don't know, but it's not like it. You can tell. I'm not supposed to tell you.
I can actually go back.
We're not. Because you're supposed to be kids where you have to ask questions and figure it out. So this is good, so you can anticipate the kids will say. This one is milk. Oh, actually, it comes out of those paws.
All right, can you hear my voice? Clap twice. Nice, got it. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do with your seeds is I want you each, every person, to pick a seed. You can pick the same one as someone else at your table, or you can pick your own. It doesn't matter. But everyone, I want you to pick one seed and prepare yourself to share how you think it travels and why you think that. So here's a little sentence frame for you. You're going to say, I think this seed travels by floating on water. I think this because, and this is where you're going to tell us your evidence.